Who's hitting this? Tarzan? What the fuck? Oh, dangerous ass bullshit. Who did that? Okay, we got the nose. Okay, oh damn, my heart just popped out of my goddamn. Up through my fucking, my gallbladder, I don't know. Yep, we got the nose, and then the tail. Oh, that looks ridiculous. That looks ridiculous. Let me. Oh my goodness. No scratching. You ain't saying no scratching. Let's turn this over and see how they. Oh, the print job is wall to wall. Okay. Wall to wall. Okay. This is just dirt, the little specks you see, so it's got a solid black. Let's go ahead and see what we got cooking right here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna slide some through that. I'm talking about that. You're safe. You good. We don't do that. Yeah, so everything looks cool. That shit look like mine. This shit's probably coming off my hand. I'm not even gonna ask you right now. So. Yeah, it's printed on solid, actually. Shit came out cool. It feels pretty light too. You can see the graphic and everything, kind of how it looks. That came out perfect. Oh, that nigga's so handsome. So yeah, it looks like it came out solid. Paint job, graphic, and everything just as I laid it out and set it up. I feel like if I pull this, my whole house would just float away. Let's get a stick and show you what I'm talking about. That's just a paint. See, look at that. No pressure, yet. No pressure, nigga. No pressure, nigga. No. See, thin little film. $8 1/4, and it actually looks like it's not too. Yeah, so 8 1/4. It's got to be 31, 32, something like that. And a full, I want to call it the fuller size nose and tail where it holds the shape, the width of it. Nose and tail doesn't get all super tapered. All right, yeah, like I was saying, it's pretty round, and the width, it keeps its width through and through. It doesn't really taper out too much. Okay. And it does look like it has a good amount of pop so far, but we're gonna have to see. I've been let down many a times. Okay, that looks ridiculous. That looks ridiculous. You're getting too close. Too close. So it looked pretty standard, run of the mill, but it looked a little meh. It looked a little bland. I was a little worried, okay? It looked a little too flat. It looked like it was on some bullshit. It looked like it was, I thought I was not gonna have a fun time. I thought I was gonna have to struggle to get my tricks to go. But yeah, so from the looks of it, and what I thought it was gonna be versus me skating it, complete opposite. Where you got all that, where you hiding all that ass, okay? There's a lot of kick, a lot of pop. Bitch, quit playing. Yeah, not looking too bad. Yeah, so far this board is phenomenal. I have no issues with it. I had some issues going in that I thought would be issue. I was the issue. I had some bias going in, but that was rather quickly set aside for the most part. Aside from like worrying about if it was gonna chip or not, like that's kind of a time dependent thing. I did skate off of something the next day, so that kind of went away too. So I started to put in that work and actually see that it's of good quality. It's not chipping on me too easy or prematurely or anything like that. Too easy or prematurely. You just said the same thing, and now you just said it again. You just pointed out how you said the same thing. Now you're doing it again, and you wasted more time pointing out how you did the thing and not pointing out the why you can just endless loop. Autism. Stop it. Wow. Breakfast. Or maybe diabetes. Who knows? Oh, damn, nigga, you ass shit in the mug. I'm gonna use some of this. I'm gonna use some from the lid. Cause goddamn. Yeah, so it's day 2. I mean, I barely skated it day 1, but yeah, we're gonna get some street in. This may not be good. This may not be. Cause no matter what, you're gonna take some damage. That's not kosher. I wanna run and hide my face in shame. So initially, yeah, let me see. I felt like it was a little thicker. The board was a little thicker. I could be straight up tripping. Maybe I just want the wood to be thick, okay? But in this instance, the wood being thick, if it is, wasn't a bad thing. I don't like thick boards. I don't know why. When boards are, even if it's 7 plies, this is 7 plies, but it's because it's a negative perception based on experience I've had with thicker wood boards. I just associate it with cheapness, because every time I've had a board that's just swollen, like what the hell is going on? Like, did the Kylie Jenner lip challenger, or just the naturally existent lip challenge, I guess, if you like. I didn't even realize my lips were thick. God damn. I knew. Because that's been my run-in with any board I got that's been thick, and it's typically been like a shop deck or something like that. But no, this is like a bigger company though. This is like a bigger, so I don't want to just say it's a shop deck. It's kind of is a shop deck. I don't know if they got a storefront. They probably do, right? Do they have? I don't know what the fuck is going. There's no telling what Temu would before Temu was even a thing. I was stepping on.
That's Versace you stepping on. Versace? You can't spell Versace.
Now I'm being a little ridiculous right here. Now I'm using shop deck to mean cheaper. That's what I mean by that. I should probably get out of that habit, but that is what I mean by shop deck. I'm trying to say cheap, bad quality, and all of that. And that's definitely not the case here. But yeah, so it's a shop deck. It's obviously a shop deck. Unequivocally a shop deck, obviously. I didn't have to look that up. It's obviously a shop deck. But again, what I mean by shop deck, and why I was reluctant to call it that, was, I mean, just foolishness. I just explained it though. Yeah, so in the event I'm not alone in that little autistic boat, and you use it that way too, to mean bad, negative quality, or anything like that, or invoking that word brings about a negative perception. I don't want to use that and then taint this type of review or any other shop decks that I do. My other reservation was I didn't know if it was going to be one of those boards that I struggle to pop with. Like my tricks will just not pop. They won't go for whatever reason. Now typically if you've seen a primitive, you've probably seen that more. That level of flatness, some of them got some pop to them. But if you've seen a primitive and you see how it's flat, boards that are flat like that got a little bit of kick to them. But typically boards like that, I notice for sure, I have issues popping them. Now with primitives, not really. They just pop like a normal board for me, generally speaking. So it's got to be something more to it. But so the mini logo I was bitching about, phenomenal board, the quality of it and everything, but the way it was skating for me, I don't know. I was struggling to pop, again, not because of the wood or anything like that. I've had other Skate 1 products and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, like you go to pop, it just takes more effort. It doesn't pop as high. Your tricks aren't hitting how like they usually hit and everything like that. And it's just like, it's like a struggle bus for whatever reason. But basically with this, I didn't have that issue. There was a little bit of the new board blues, and I guess that would be a way to describe it, unless you flat out been on the board where you go to pop and you notice it does what it does, but it does not get up how it usually does. Again, if you haven't, the closest I can say is like if you felt like the new board blues, where you kind of, it's like a day or two, then your tricks start popping higher, or how they normally are. Whatever your baseline level of pop is and execution on your tricks, it starts hitting with that same level of ease, comfort, and height and everything like that. So sometimes I'll get a board, even if I'm skating the same brands, I'm running some DGK back to back and stuff like that. Sometimes, and some boards are just juice every time, just juice. Weird way to describe that, but it's just hitting on everything. But then there's somewhere you just, like, I don't know what it is, like a day or two, and it just starts hitting like it normally would, and it's just magic. It's just good to go. So I already cherry pick and select for the best looking ones. But if you're looking at the clips, you'd be like, oh, what are you talking about? You're clearly popping your tricks. I have some level of pop already, so no matter what. So it sounds like I'm just on some bullshit, but what the fuck, what the hell, you know? Yeah, I got this Bruce Lee board to the side of me over here. I thought this motherfucker came to life. I'm sitting there trying to do this voice record. So look at that shit right there. That shit popping like a motherfucker right there. Oh, that didn't look like it popped. I just heard that. I thought this motherfucker was, one of them damn pictures was coming to get a nigga. Oh, put your leg down. What you doing, bro? right? Regardless of what it is, it felt a little thick. I was being a little stupid. I was like, oh man, here we go. And then I had that new board blue thing where it was like, it wasn't quite hitting. It wasn't quite hitting. And then you see the next day where I actually got to break it in and everything. But I had to break it in on the session, like going off a little thing. It's not that it's high and I'm a bitch. I am a bitch. I am high too. I don't even smoke. I'm high off being a bitch. But it's just like I paid for the board and you don't want to chip it right away. So ideally I would like to have like a rough idea of how my tricks are going to be and how they're going to perform before I start throwing it off something and then chipping it and stuff like that for no reason. I hate that. All that crying aside, this is one of my favorite boards so far. First sign of a little bit of trouble, maybe a little bit of trouble. Where we at? Oh, there it goes. Oh, getting below 39 degrees, not below 39. It's getting 39 degrees. So maybe don't leave it in obviously extreme heat or cold, let alone extreme cold. Oh, that's just from that shit looking like me. Oh my goodness. Feels pretty stiff. Yeah. Shit's pretty tight. Stiff and tight. Nigga, you nasty. It feels like it's it's definitely thick. Like a weird ass. I don't like boards like that really. I mean, I forget about it, don't bother me, but it feels weird to have a thick ass. Matter of fact, still looks pretty thick, but I was just on a VX, which is specifically thin. Yeah, that shit thick as hell. It's probably normal, but nah, that looks thicker. Nah, fuck that. That looks thicker. VX aside. It felt a little thick, and in this case, you don't want thick wood, okay? It's not a good time. It's not a fun time.